Hi, I'm Steve Bowen, and we're in PV Bicycle Center in Palos Verdes, California. Today we're going to talk about the brand new 2010 Specialized Roubaix. The Roubaix is a category of bike that Specialized created in 2003, which quickly became one of the best-selling road bikes of all time. Right here we're looking at a mid-range model. This is the Roubaix Comp, and the Roubaix Comp this year uses a carbon which is called 7R. It's a very high-quality carbon, which a couple of years ago you could only get on the Pro models, $5,000 and above. So it brought that expensive carbon down into this mid-price bike. What that does for the bike, it makes it lighter, it's torsionally stiffer, which preserves the energy that you put into the pedals, and it's also more vertically compliant. Now, vertical compliance is the property of a bike that absorbs shock and allows it to flex a little bit in this dimension, but keeps it from twisting from side to side or moving in and out left to right, which wastes your power. So higher quality carbon, better responsiveness. Here's some other changes for the 2010 models. We've got this brand new beautiful white stem, great graphics on that, a new ergo handlebar, light alloy, little flat spot on the top, a great place to rest your hands if you're on the top of the hoods. It's a short and shallow handlebar, which means that the distance between the center of the bar and where the hoods mount is shorter than a normal bar. This allows more comfort on the bike, allows you to sit up a little higher, and then also you've got a very shallow drop. Now, most people that ride an endurance road bike don't use the drop simply because they're too low for them. There's a much greater distance between the top of the bar and the bottom of the bar. So Specialized created an ergo bar that really is not that far away from the top. Gives you an extra, more efficient hand position for long rides that you can actually use. Specialized created a unique frame shape. So if you follow the curve of the top tube from the head tube junction all the way back, you see it's actually made in one piece, or it's formed as one piece. So that does a couple of things. First of all, any hits that the rear wheel takes, instead of sending that shock directly up the seat tube into your body, it gets dissipated along the plane of the top tube. Also, they've changed the shape of this rear seat stay. It's both curved this way and it's got an offset. Again, that helps to dissipate the energy of road shock, keep a smoother, more comfortable ride. At the same time, this shape makes the rear seat stays very stiff. If the seat stays are stiff, the rear wheel and the rear triangle are not going to flex. So the bike's still very efficient. You can sprint on it, you can race on it. It's just an extremely efficient bike, but it's very comfortable. Okay, let's take a look at what differences the front end of the bike have that make this bike so comfortable and so efficient. If you look at the fork, it's got the same offset shape as the rear seat stays. So that helps to dissipate, again, a shock that the rear wheel takes. The energy doesn't go right up into your hands. You've got the Zertz inserts. That's an elastomer which absorbs high frequency vibrations. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And then the front fork, the rake, which is the angle that the fork creates from the head tube to where the wheel is attached, is shallower than a race bike. That means it pushes the front wheel a little bit out further of the bike. That does two things. It makes the wheelbase longer, gives the bike a little more stability, and it gives the bike a little more trail, which means that the patch of tire that actually contacts the road is a little bit larger. Again, stability, traction, cornering, confident handling. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this Zertz material that I mentioned before. Zertz is an elastomer, a high-tech material, and it's inserted into the frame of the Roubaix in three different places. Starting from the rear, we see we've got it in the seat stay, we've got it in the seat post, and we've got it in the fork. Now, research that Specialized did on road bikes and what make people tired in long-distance rides show that part of it is caused by high-frequency vibrations that are set up by uneven road surface. If you look at even a brand new paved road, there's an unevenness to it, and a high-pressure tire kind of sets up a little buzz, basically, as it goes over that road surface at a high speed. Now, you don't hear it, and you're not really aware of it, but it does go up into your body and it adds to your fatigue level. So by tuning these Zertz elastomers to filter out just the high-frequency buzz, it doesn't deaden the feel of the bike, but it makes it much more comfortable to ride it for long distances. To sum up, the 2010 Specialized Roubaix. High quality carbon, very lightweight, great drivetrain, long distance comfort, efficiency, speed, everything you want in a bike.